Hello. If you keep hearing noises, it's my coffee pot. I just decided to change a little bit of my clothing for this video because I hate it when YouTubers look like they've been putting 10,000 videos and they look the same. And I guess I just want to, I don't know. It's my thing, okay? Changing my outfit every 2 minutes is my thing. But anyway, I'm super creeped out. I was thinking about putting the beautiful music box in this video to kind of steer us into the paranormal thing. But this story is so creepy that I just literally can't deal with any more suspense than it brings to me, naturally. So this story will be the story of how I actually came to meet my new coven members, and it's at the same time the most creepiest exorcism type of video. And oh my god, I need to have my Paranormal's ring to calm me down because it's about to get real. Ooh. Okay, now I feel good. I feel good about him being here. I feel uncomfortable even talking about this because I have told you guys about this kind of demon that grabbed my leg when I was little and that was living in my closet, and I feel like it's a quite common type of demon. And I don't know if it's a demon really, I just call it a demon. But the creepiest thing was that when I started to, let's back up, okay. So your girl here is pretty to my friends. I'm pretty straightforward with my my Wicca things and being a witch. So we were just talking about that thing, and then we were talking about our paranormal experiences with the girls, my friend girls, and then I told one of my friends about the demon hag. And if you don't know about that thing, then I would suggest you watch my other paranormal experiences video where I talk about the demon hag in detail. So yeah. So anyway, in my when I was little, let's just say this, in my closet I had this kind of a demon thingy that kept opening the door. Long story short, during the night it always opened the door and it made me creeped out, and that's basically it. So and I heard footsteps and it creeped me out. So anyway, I told this story, and I told that about the dream I had where an old woman hand came to and grabbed my leg, and my friend, or this paralysis thing, and my friend literally went white on her face, she was pale as a ghost. And I asked her what's wrong because she looked so spooked, and she's like, I haven't told this to many people, but I have a thing that's following me from every home where I am to the next one, and it lives in my closet. And I was like, holy crap, because I was so reminded of my own thing that happened to me when I was little, and I told that thing to scram, and it hasn't come for me ever since that day. So I was like, okay, can you tell me more? And she was like, I always feel this kind of really oppressive presence, especially when I'm having bad times in my life. And she told me that sometimes the closet door opens, one of the closet doors, and she, even in this apartment and before, and she told me that she had played with Ouija when she was little and they didn't close it properly. I'm so paranoid today. They didn't close it properly. I don't like mirrors. There was a mirror. So they didn't close it properly, and something probably came through. And she basically told me that she had seen or thought she saw somebody in the closet at some times, these kind of skeleton-y face type of things. And I immediately thought about the hag hands, like the hag demon that I told you guys about. And I was like, okay, let me see the closet, because they like asked me, because I sometimes get these feelings from people's like apartments, like I don't know if I'm some sort of a little bit of a psychic or something, but I get sometimes like clairvoyant visuals or feelings, like these feelings of like different things. And I went to the like room, and the first thing I noticed is that it's colder than the rest of the rooms, which could be just, as we all know, like due to bad heating. But I noticed that also when you like step into the bedroom, it really felt like this oppressive kind of like space. I don't know how to explain it. The air felt thick, the place felt very malevolent, and I tell her that yeah, I can't pinpoint where it is in this house. Like I don't know which of the closet doors it is. It's not. It was during daytime, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't feel as powerful that I could like really know. And it was getting to be evening. I don't know why the heck I always do these things during evening. And I told her like, yeah, I think that this place should be cleansed, because I don't think that thing is very good for you. I don't think that if you are afraid of it, it's gonna make it worse, and that we should just kind of like focus and like regroup and do this kind of cleansing together, and that it could really help the house. And I was like, yeah, I think I know what is in your house, and it feeds off negative energy, and as long as you keep it here, it's gonna like keep on doing that and keep on oppressing you, basically. And I told her she might be, well, I called it it might be attached to you because you have like a lot of negative energy, you've been going through a lot lately, and maybe because it came through at that time. So, but there could be like other reasons. You don't always have to like open a portal or do dumb shit. I never did that, and the hack was still there, so I don't fucking know. But they are drawn to negative energy, sadness, fear, anger, I've noticed. So in a lot of homes that's the state these things will appear. So I told her that I want to basically like cast the demon thing out. And I told them that we can do it by cleansing the room and just basically telling it to get away. And I use usually for exorcism purposes, I use pine. I know that many people use white sage, but pine is a very great exorcism wood, and it's plentiful in Finland and it's not endangered, so that's why I use it. So I got my things like my pine to burn, and then we got salt, we got all the stuff, and I wrote a banishing spell to get rid of the spirit. And then I told the girls to come with me, and we did it together because I felt like thrice the energy would be better for the situation, and that like having the girl that had experienced it actually get rid of it herself would be something that would be very beneficial for her. So we did this spell, and we started to, you know how it goes, like I draw my circles, I ask for protection, I do the element protection, and then we start raising the energy. And we did that, and the whole room went cold, and I knew that the thing, like I could now sense it, like it was in the closet at that time. And I'm talking and I'm seeing in the other people's faces that they are scared, and I was feeling the fear of death. And that's something that comes with the hag. I've noticed that it really makes you feel uncomfortable. It's this kind of fear that has nothing to do with anything. You don't have, it just comes over you, like you feel this fear, like this intense death rush fear, and your heart starts to pump fast. You start feeling very negative, and that's usually when I protect myself with light and love, and I try to also give it to the hag, basically, or whatever I'm exorcising, like giving them as much understanding, love, and like compassion. And that's what I did. And at that time, like, I felt this kind of wrath, and I looked to the left where the closet door is a little bit open, and I don't remember, it must have been open before, but for a split second I see this old woman face coming from the closet, like. And yeah, I was like, okay, well, I know you. So I see it for a split second, and when I blink, it's gone away. That's very usual for ghosts to do. So I knew that it felt threatened at that time, because it was trying to make us fear it a lot, because they do feed off that, and they like to break your energy and do things like that. So I knew that the two other girls who hadn't worked with spirits before and other things, that they would be scared if I told them what I saw. So we just continued, because one of the most important things is to continue the ritual to the end. Do not let it sit. Do not like stop it in the middle. It's better to do it to the end, no matter whatever happens. So I get up and I go to the closet doors and I open them, and there's nothing there. I can't see the thing, and I'm like I'm saying the spell to banish it, and I'm throwing water, salt, burning incense, and wafting it all over. And then I can start the kind of like space get this different feeling, like you can kind of sense it when it's starting to cleanse, like it's kind of getting lifted. Still you're scared a little bit, but it's getting better and better. And the other girls seem mortified at this point. It's not funny to me, it's just that I'm kind of used to those things, so I get scared, but I understand also how they work, so it's not that scary. I know that they are lower frequency creatures, so it's nothing, it can't harm me unless I give it the chance to do it. So we cleanse the whole house basically, especially the bedroom and especially the closets. And then after that, when I feel like the place is cleansed, we put pine branches on top of the doors, because that keeps it from trying to get in again. And I tell my friend that, okay, so a few days from this, you can still feel the leftover energies. There can be like even increase in activity, and after that it usually stops, because that's what happened to me at least. And my friend is more relieved. And then, as we usually do after things, we just have cakes and ale, not cakes and ale, but we like ate, we chose, of course we closed the circle, did the things. And after that, like, we all went out, because the whole house, of course it feels, after something like that, it feels really creepy. But I can never forget the face of that thing. Like, it's really creepy when they do that, when they manifest for a second. And I know that they do it to kind of like antagonize you, to make you really scared, and I guess it worked, because many of us were really scared about that. But you can kind of see that when you go towards it with love and light, they usually give up. They can't do anything at that point. And yeah, but it was still creepy, because I was kind of facing off to this thing that I think it was the same or similar that had been haunting me when I was little. So it was kind of scary, not gonna lie. But like, that's my exorcism story. I've cleansed a few houses after that, but the spirits at those places weren't harmful like this one. So it wasn't like they were just mischievous and things, but this was pure fucking evil. You could feel like it wanted to do bad things to you, and the energy, like, if you've ever been in this kind of place, you know the energy, because it's like threat of death, and like it feels so horrible. It's like, it's almost making you panic, it's almost making you kind of lose focus, and it makes your spirit go down. It's horrible feeling. So exorcism isn't funny, and I don't like doing it often, but of course, if like my friends really need me, I can try. And update on that, my friend told me that for 2 weeks after that, she had things happening in the house, heard footsteps, there were this kind of like rummaging noises in the bedroom area. She found sometimes the door open, but after that it just quieted down, and now it's actually kind of like, yeah, it's not bad anymore. So yeah, I think it worked, and she still has the pine branches up in there, and I was like, girl, you can take them off if you want to, but she doesn't want to because they work, so it's like, okay, cool. So yeah, that was my story, and as an end thing, like, I just want to tell you guys that even though I did that, like, if you don't know what you're doing, just don't do it, man. Like, it can even aggravate the hag or whatever you're dealing with. Like, trying to cleanse the house can actually, like, aggravate them. And of course, like, I think I know what I'm doing, but to be honest, like, I've never felt anything like that thread, so I know I was treading on thin ice, basically, when I was doing that, but I wanted to help my friend. And if you're unsure, just, like, you can contact a priest or a medicine man or somebody to help you with your house too, so that's a option, because they deal with this kind of stuff all the time, so that's a little different. But I just wanted to give you guys, like, my one-off with the hag again. Oh my god, that was so stupid. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. But yeah, I hope this was fun, and I see you guys in my next video. Remember to leave a like so I know you like my paranormal shit, and become part of the Bitchling clan today by subscribing, even hitting that bell button. That's literally like the stupidest fucking thing. If somebody wants to subscribe my channel, YouTube, then they usually want to see my content, so why the fuck don't you show that content to them without them pressing that bell button? But yeah, press that bell button, please. So yeah,